Hi guys, Martin here again. Today I'm going to do a quick review of the Xperia M4 Aqua. I've had a good few weeks to have a little play around with it and stuff, and it's proved to be a nice little phone. First off, I just wanted to comment on the actual weight of it. It's very light, which is, I think it's about the same as the M2, the M2 or the M2 Aqua. It's really nice and light. I've got no whinges about that whatsoever. Camera wise, well, we'll come back to that in a minute. I just want to give a quick spec overview. It's obviously a 5-inch display. I believe it's 720 HD as opposed to full 1080p, but again, don't really notice anything. It's a nano SIM, as opposed to obviously micro, which goes just there. Obviously you get your power button, volume rocker, obviously dedicated camera key, speaker just there, obviously microphone just there. This is your micro SD slot straight there, and obviously you've got some little pull-out card there as well, just for like phone information. Nothing spectacular there. Put this flat back on. There we go. And obviously micro USB port. You got your light sensors and obviously that 5 megapixel camera. On the back, obviously the 13 megapixel camera, the flash, the Sony branding, the NFC port just there, and obviously Xperia branding there. It is 4G LTE, obviously HSPA and obviously GSM as well. It's up to 4-finger multi-touch, so it's not 5 or anything like that, but again, not really an issue. It's supposed to be scratch resistant, glass or plastic, should we say? Well, glass, yeah. Don't know about that. Obviously it was preloaded with Android Lollipop version 5. It's a 1.5 gigahertz quad core Cortex A53, and with 1 gigahertz, so it's reasonably fast. It's got the Adreno 405 GPU in it, which we've not really seen any lag as such, so quite happy at that. Obviously the usual, it's internal is 8 gig of memory. It's actually 2 gig of RAM, which is actually quite good. We do have, as I shown there, the micro SD card slot, which is you can up to 128 gig, so that's quite good. Obviously it's waterproof. I've actually tested it out in the rain, and that was quite good results. I was quite pleased with that. Obviously, like I said, the front megapixel camera is 5 megapixels with good functions. We'll clear that in a minute. Also the dual band, hotspot, just the usual stuff that you would imagine were, I'd say, a mid-range phone, if you will. It's got Ant Plus support, all the things you can pretty much think of. It comes in 4 colours: black, white, coral and silver. Obviously this is the black version. And obviously you can download themes on it and stuff like that. The noticed the first time obviously this was booted up and used or whatever, I did notice that at the back and like around this area obviously and the glass, it did get quite hot. So what I did was I just did a restore, just got rid of everything and redid it all, and it seemed to have sorted out a bit. There's still a bit of heat, but I can't really win, especially if you're like using a lot of stuff. As it says, the camera, it's just the camera itself is not that bad. I mean, it's obviously improved than it was on the M2 Xperia M2. That was a bit it was a bit washed out there. Obviously when you zoom in, let me just rotate this for you. Okay, when you zoom in, obviously with the M2, well, at least what I had, when you zoomed in, it was all pixelated and stuff. Here it's not so much, which is obviously good. It's obviously a different camera, stuff like that. Obviously you get the usual apps that you'd see on a Sony phone: Superior Auto, Manual, Sound. Some of these obviously you download, others that are pre-installed. That Portrait Retouch, that's quite a good app for the ladies. It's like it helps you look, adds a bit of like tone into your face or whatever. Obviously Vine, Creative Effects, that just obviously changes the effects of the picture. You look at black and white, you can fisheye, stuff like that. Again, the phone gets hot, as you can see that warning, it does get hot after a couple of minutes using that, so just be warned on that. Multi-camera, now this obviously you get with another device, like if you got another Xperia phone or a camera, stuff like that, you can get 2 different perspectives of the same image. Now I tried doing this on the my Xperia Z1, and it wouldn't have any of it, so I don't know if it's to do with, you have to have like later phones like another one of these or Z2 or up, whatever, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me, so but yeah, it's already starting to heat now actually just by doing that. So yeah, so camera wise, no problems there. Performance, as I said, I've had no issues whatsoever. I did have one, it's not really of an issue, it did freeze up and the phone won't come on after charging. It came on and then it just like froze on the lock screen, so you just push back, it didn't do anything. So you just basically you go to the, you see that, oh no, that's the wrong one. There's like a little off little switch that you just put like a pen in or whatever. Let's see if you get in there. Try to focus that in, sorry. No, it's not going to do it. Basically it's just like a little reset thing around the area. You just put a pen, like a pen, well it's more of a pin, and obviously it resets and shuts the phone off. Well, shuts the phone off so you can switch it on, so that's obviously a good thing. And obviously I've done that because you can't take the battery out, sealed unit. So yeah, as it says, performance, I've had no issues, there's no lag, none whatsoever. It's actually quite a good phone. I mean, obviously, as I said in a previous video, this isn't my phone. This is my partner's. She's loving it. She's had no issues with it. Again, that crashing, that was just a one-off. It's not done it again. Connectivity wise, there's no issues with the Bluetooth, no issues with NFC. Obviously, it's got to be with pictures. I've noticed obviously that it's got to be if you're going to do it with NFC to NFC, it has to be, from what I've experienced, a Sony to Sony. Obviously, if you want to share like web pages or other content that isn't photos, you'd have to, obviously you can use NFC with other phones, but with the pictures, I've noticed that it doesn't work with another phone other than a Sony. But that was my experience with a couple of phones that I tried with this. It might be different with other phones, but I tried it with a HTC. I tried it with a Nokia, stuff like that, and it didn't do it. So again, it might do other phones, but with mine it didn't do it. So I just assume that, it is what it is. What else we got here? Basically, internet usage, Wi-Fi. There was no issue with the Wi-Fi. It didn't drop out. I can get to the bottom of the road of the house, actually, at the bottom of the road of the street, and there's no issues. It stays on fine. Outside in the back garden, it stays on fine. Yeah, got no issues with that whatsoever. Now I compared, because this is actually, obviously, I used, where is it? Software to grade it. I don't know if it's, I'll just find that, to do a benchmark on it, even. Let me just find it. Sorry about this, guys, it's proving a bit awkward. I think it might have been installed. Yeah, I think it's probably been installed. But anyway, it scored quite a decent score. So, but the Z1 scored slightly better. But it is what it is. I prefer my Z1. She prefers this, so it's all golden. Like I said to you, I had it out in the rain. We had it's like a thunderstorm the other week there, all that hot weather. Had it out in the pouring rain. I'll add some footage in the final edit. It held up fine. There was no issues. We had a case on it, which is a standard eBay case. It got wet. I've dunked it in the water. I've rinsed it off. Obviously, providing you've got all the ports closed, then you're good to go. I know that if obviously you've dunked it in the water or whatever and the ports haven't been closed, as far as I'm aware, there's a little like a dry little indicator thing. So obviously if there's water got into it, it goes to show that, well, allegedly you've not closed your hatch. But sometimes not the case. I know somebody that did it, and all the ports closed and water still got in. Obviously a defective unit, but I'm not saying that that happened to everyone. This one was fine, no problems. I actually dunked this in the water, because I've not even done it with my Z1 up until I did it with this, and I thought, oh, hell, why not? So yeah, no issues there. What else we got here? Obviously, the good thing about this one was there wasn't much bloatware on the phone when starting up for the first time, which is always good. It was just simple, little folders for Google apps. You got I think it was a year's, was it 6 month or a year free AVG Pro protection, so that's always good. Obviously once it runs out, you just download the free ones or paid one, whichever you provide. Overall, I've had no issues. As I've said, the phone's been great. The weight is just really light, so it's really, sometimes you forget you're holding it, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. It just depends on, you know, what you like. Sound quality from the speaker isn't not too bad actually. I mean, obviously you got the usual stuff, you know, like from Sony, because obviously used to be called the Walkman app, now it's just the music app. They obviously just got rid of it, but well, not rid of it, but just got rid of the name. Decent sound. Obviously, there's, what I do like about this is there's an option in the settings. Where is it? If sound enhancements, obviously you got your clear audio, dynamic or normalizer, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, your standard, you can download all your media information. No, there wasn't. I don't know if it was on. Might not have been on this one actually. It was an option for, you know, different headphones. I might have been thinking of my Walkman app. I don't know. I'm actually using the Z1 to record this, so I can't really say it. But yeah, it's quite good. I only use that. I don't use the Google Music app. I've used it a couple of times, but I preferred the Sony one. Overall though, the phone's great. The 5 megapixel camera on the front is just excellent. Can't fault it. I've seen more and more phones nowadays adopting the 5 megapixel selfie cameras you would at the front, which is obviously a bonus, especially like if doing video as well, because this will record in full HD, 30 frames a second. Let's go to video. Yeah, 1080p, and obviously you can drop it down to 720p if you want, or VGA, or even drop it down to MS if you need to. Obviously you got your standard settings for that as well, which is all good. So, but yeah, overall the phone's personally I think is quite good, excellent even. No issues as of yet. So yeah, hope you like the review. As I said, just a quick one. Great phone to sum up, and I would recommend it. Alright guys, to the next one. Cheers.